The psychology of overthinking, why your brain won't stop thinking. Before I continue, please hit the subscribe button to subscribe to Mindvora Theatre for more videos like this. Every night, millions of people lie awake, replaying conversations that ended hours ago, imagining mistakes that haven't happened, and worrying about futures that may never exist. The greatest prison isn't made of steel. Sometimes, it's made of thoughts. Have you ever replayed one awkward conversation 100 times? Or imagined 10 different futures before making one small decision? If your mind refuses to stay quiet, this video will explain why. What if overthinking isn't a sign that you're intelligent or weak, but simply your brain trying to protect you in the worst possible way? Let's find out. Daniel had prepared for weeks. Every answer was perfect. Every document was ready. But as he waited outside the interview room, his mind whispered, "What if I forget everything? What if they laugh at me? What if someone else is better?" Before the interview even began, his brain had already imagined failure. The interview went well. But afterward, Daniel replayed every sentence. "I should have answered differently. Why did I smile like that? They're probably judging me." Days later, he received the job offer. Yet he had already spent 3 sleepless nights believing he had failed. Overthinking doesn't end after one decision. It creates another, and another. Soon, every choice feels dangerous. Even simple decisions become exhausting. The strange part: nothing around Daniel had changed. The prison existed only inside his mind. The danger felt real, even when it wasn't. One afternoon, Daniel met an elderly psychology professor at a quiet park. The professor smiled and asked, "Tell me, how many of the disasters you've imagined have actually happened?" Daniel stayed silent. For the first time, he realized his greatest enemy wasn't reality. It was his imagination. The professor explained, "Your brain wasn't designed to make you happy. It was designed to keep you alive. Thousands of years ago, thinking about every possible danger helped humans survive. Today, the same survival system treats awkward conversations, missed calls, and uncertain futures as if they were life-threatening." The professor gave Daniel one simple challenge. The next time your mind says, "What if everything goes wrong?" answer it with, "What if everything goes right?" At first, it felt impossible. But slowly, the endless loop began to weaken. Weeks later, Daniel still had worries, but they no longer controlled him. He stopped chasing perfect decisions and started making real ones. For the first time in years, his mind became quiet enough to hear his own life again. Overthinking is your brain trying to predict the future. The problem: the brain cannot tell the difference between a real danger and an imagined one. Every time you replay the same fear without taking action, your brain believes that fear deserves even more attention. The cycle grows stronger. But every time you act despite uncertainty, you teach your brain a new lesson. I can handle the unknown. You don't defeat overthinking by finding perfect certainty. You defeat it by accepting that uncertainty is part of life. Action creates clarity. Waiting for certainty creates fear. Your thoughts are powerful, but they are not always true. The loudest voice in your life will always be the one inside your head. Make sure it's helping you grow, not holding you back. If this story changed the way you think, subscribe to Mindvora Theatre for more powerful stories and psychology that help you understand yourself and the world around you.